Thank you very much. Chairman, principal, members of staff, students and scholars. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you at this celebration of 100 years of this university, from 1926 to 2026. As we've heard already, it's good to have purpose in life. Purpose, direction. When you have a purpose, you have a goal that you want to reach. That goal you can only reach if you have some qualities of life. There must be a desire to start with. You have a goal, you have a desire, then you have a decision. You make up your mind and you say, that is where I am going. Number one is the desire. Without desire, nothing happens. But desire alone will not make it. You must have a decision. From that decision, you move on, and then you must have determination. Because challenges will come, difficulties will arise, but with that determination, one day at a time, 1 month at a time, and one event at a time, whatever the discouragement, whatever the challenge, I determine that this is where I am going. Then we have diligence. You're diligent in what you do. You do not do anything half-heartedly, but with all your heart, with all your might, you pursue what you want to do. And I'm now going to look at something very simple as illustration for you and for me. I'm talking to you on salient practical wisdom from the ants. Those ants are those little feeble insects. And these insects will learn a lot from them. A great wise man of the past said, let us consider the ants. And he says, they have no guide, they have no overseer, they have no ruler, they do not have any guide, yet they provide their grace, that is what they eat in the summer, and they gather their food in the harvest. Feeble they are, yet these ants, though feeble, they provide all they need by themselves. The ants, everyone has seen an ant before. Then you see all those ants, you see how they work, you see how they move, and we learn a lot from them. Remember, you have a goal. Remember, you have a purpose. And remember, you must have the desire, you must have the decision, you must have the determination, you must have the diligence. And all this we learn from the ants. There are different kinds of schools. Number one, there is the school of letters. Over here, you learn in the school of letters. But now, we're learning from the school of life. As you look at the ants, and you look at the things they do, then you're able to say in life, this is what I learned. And we need to combine the two. What if I learn all the mathematics and all about electronics and engineering, but I do not learn how to have a good attitude? I do not learn how to have gratitude. If I do not learn in the school of life, the school of letters alone is not enough to make me or to make you the man, the woman you ought to be. That's why we're looking at the ants. And I'm taking the letters of the word ant. A-N-T-S. What's A? Abiding, anticipation, with foresight. Those ants, the little, they have foresight, they have anticipation, and they have abiding, continuing anticipation with foresight. You know, in your life, you must have that kind of anticipation. That gets you back to the goal again. I anticipate. I am desiring. I am moving forward. And you have that anticipation abiding every time. Now, we have the next letter is N. And that letter N tells us about the noticeable networking for the future. Those ants, you never see an ant doing whatever it wants to do all alone. They join together, they network together, they combine together to carry every load, everything they want to do. Noticeable networking for the future. And then I come to the letter T. As you look at the ants, they have tough-minded tenacity despite feebleness. Yes, they know they're feeble. And they know that any little pressure could kill them, destroy them. Yet, they have this tough-minded. It is not what you look like on the outside. It's what is inside you. Tenacity, tough-mindedness. That you say, this is what I will do. It's like maybe you're swimming, and then in the middle of the river, you are getting tired, you are getting weak, and then you say, one stroke more, one step more, and you're tenacious, and you keep on doing what you want to do. That is what gives us success in life. And now, S, we have sustainable strategy with fortitude. Fortitude is courage. Fortitude is boldness. Although the ants are little, they are small, they fear nothing. They do not fear the work they want to do. They do not fear the responsibility, and they do not fear anything. And they remain with boldness and fortitude, and they sustain that. And their strategy, what they are planning to do, they keep on, they don't change from day to day. They do not change from situation to situation. The ants have sustainable strategy with fortitude. Let me go back to A, the letter A. That means the abiding anticipation with foresight. Foresight. When you read the story of other people, you read the story of those who have succeeded in life, then you say, I can be like that, I can do that. That's the advantage of reading biographies of people. But then you have foresight. When we talk of sight, there is sight. That is what I see. There is insight. What is inside me? I have understanding. Sight, insight, foresight. You have the foresight, and you say, I'll get there, I'll do that. Everything I need to have, I will have, so that I will reach where I want to reach. When we say abiding anticipation with foresight, there are 3 things I want to tell you there. Number 1, acceptance of responsibility. You see those ants, the responsibility is given to them. They accept. The ants don't say, no, I don't want to carry that. No, I don't want to build that. Responsibility that comes to them, they just accept. That's what we learn from the ants. In your life, responsibility comes upon you, and you accept that. And it is what helps you to be able to move on. A person does not accept responsibility is termed irresponsible. Irresponsible. You see, he doesn't want to do anything, and he doesn't want to be responsible or accountable. But the one who is going to make it in life, number one, the acceptance of responsibility. I'm looking at number two here. Number two is activity with resilience. Activity with resilience. Have you watched the ants before? The ants are going this way because they have a goal, they have a peak, they have their deal where they want to reach, and there is an obstacle there. They do not fight the obstacle. They do not fight the hindrance. They move around and still go their way. And that's what we need to do in life. You're resilient. Whatever comes on you will bounce back. And whatever you might confront, if there's a mountain there, there's a river there, there's an obstacle there, you move around, you're resilient. You never give in to discouragement. And you do not stop there crying, I wish things were better. Well, this is the way it is. I wish the world were different. No, the world is not different, and the world is not going to change because of you. But you go on because you are resilient. Number three there is advancing towards realization. Advancing towards realization. You see those eyes, they keep on moving and moving, and their mind, their eyes, their intelligence, the little intelligence or instinct they have will be going on and on and on, advancing. Every day will contribute. If you're a student, if you're studying, you make sure I do something today, I study something today, I read something today that will move me on towards the realization. Actually, when you're coming to the college, when you come to the university, you say, when I come to the final exam, this is what I want to achieve. And you want to move on every day, so that you will realize what you have put down. That is A. I'm going to the next letter now, which is N. N for the ants we see. The noticeable networking for the future. Noticeable. Everybody who looks at their ants will see that they have networking.